So in Process Simulator, activities are where our entities are going to be processing. There's a couple of different ways that we can set that up so that we can have them process for a specific amount of time. In this first model, Activity Time Solution A, we're going to right-click on the activity review, open up the properties, and in the properties window, we can add a process time here in the general activity time section. In this example model, we have a triangular distribution of 0.2, 0.5, 1.8. This is where we can add a processing time. The next example that I want to show you is Activity Time Solution B. This is the same model, but when I right-click on the activity review and open up the properties, here we can see that I've taken out the general waiting time here, or the general processing time. And down here, I'll open up the logic window by clicking on the logic window button. So I'll open up the logic. I can then scroll down to the bottom here of my statements, and what I've selected, what's being displayed here, is a wait time where we're waiting the same triangular distribution as in Model A, but I went ahead and let me go ahead, I'll click on this to show you how we set up this wait time. We just went in and we typed in the triangular distribution that we wanted to add, or you can also go to distributions and build out the distribution that you're needing to add, or you can just add a wait time like 1 minute or 2 minutes. In this case, we used a triangular distribution. So we have two places that we can add processing time. We can do it with a wait statement in logic, or we can also add that process time here in the general time. So these are two examples of how to have our entities be processed at an activity. There's a couple advantages of adding the process time in the general time area or adding it into the logic time. Having it in the general time is it's very basic, it's quick and simple, and it allows any entity that passes through this activity to wait for that specific amount of time. Adding it into the logic section will do the same thing, but in addition to that, we can add additional logic statements. We can capture resources, wait specific amount of times, free the resource, wait an additional amount of time. We can do additional calculations, adding attributes, incrementing variables. It'll give you a lot more flexibility as into how the entity needs to process at this activity that you're adding the logic. If you have more complex processing, I would use the logic method. If it's a quick and simple process time where we're just waiting for a specific amount of time, it would be okay to put it in the general time up here.